Well, hello, and thank you for joining me. It's Holly Boyd, your Christian professional organizer, author, speaker, and coach, and today we are going to talk about organizing your stuff, all that paper, and ultimately organizing your time. Wow, my motto is purposeful placement, and that is of everything, whether it's your head, your home, or your heart. See, we Christians organize a little bit differently because we organize on the premise of the Bible. It is sowing and reaping. Is if you lay something down, I don't know, papers that you bring in, you don't know what to do with them, and you lay it just right here. For now, until you find a better place for it, what happens to that paper? It multiplies like rabbits, doesn't it? It grows and grows and grows and grows, and then of course you have a stack, and then you're overwhelmed. Did you know that 80% of us are seeing a physician due to a stress-related illness? They do count some cancers in that. Ladies, we are making ourselves sick. It is time to capture our thoughts, understand that we can do this. We're commanded to do this, because if you're not organized, you're not going to be a shining light. So let us learn today. Organizing is really easy. It is out. Out with what doesn't go here. Out, out, out. In with what does, and then a plan to maintain. The Bible tells us that diligent plans lead to profit, as sure as haste leads to poverty. And don't we know that to be true? Organizing does so much for you. You know how you feel when somebody asks you for something and you're not sure you have it. It's like, oh, I might even have thrown it away. Ooh, stress. Versus, go ahead, ask me. I know exactly where it is. What a confidence booster. I'm kind of a spaz, so I have to be able to find what I need within 30 seconds. It's just who I am, it's how I was made, and it's probably why I'm here today. I want to help you be able to find anything within 30 seconds. Lack of organization does a lot of things. First off, just right off the bat, damaged credibility. Oh, man. Whether you are the mother of a 2-year-old or the president of a Fortune 500 company, you do not want to come off like you don't know what's going on, right? Yeah, your credibility is shot when you're disorganized. Really, really important. How about your attitude? How many of us are smiling and making jokes as we're looking for the car keys or looking for that remote control? Right, that bad attitude comes from being disorganized. And don't we love to share that with everybody in the room? Yeah, it's that gift that keeps on giving. How about stalled productivity? Let me give you a little example of what that might look like in your life. I know right now a lot of people are unemployed. So, say I found a lead on a job and I want to tweak my resume. Now, of course, if I can find my resume. So I find my resume, but I need a notebook because I want to make notes and I want to change things around a little bit. So I'm looking for another piece of paper. And I'm looking for, of course, a pen or a pencil. So I'm trekking around, it's like pen, paper, pen, paper, pen, paper. Where is it? I can't find either one. You know what? I'll just grab this envelope because it's here. I don't need a lot of room. I just need a little room. So I'll just take the back of that envelope. And then, wow, what does that person have to do to find a pen or pencil around here? So you know what? Here's little Joey's crayon. I'll use a crayon. I'll take the crayon and the envelope, I'm going to sit down with my resume, make a few tweaks, then I'm going to get on the computer, and it's going to be done. It should take me 10 minutes, right? Well, as I sit down, the phone rings. And before I decide if I want to answer the phone or not, little Susie comes from around the corner and says, Mommy, I'm hungry. Before you decide if she is snack worthy or not, your husband comes in with the mail, and you're the bill lady, so bam, right in front of you, and he expects you to do something with it. And then before you decide if you're really going to tackle the mail right now, you know what, just need to take a break, use the bathroom. You head to the bathroom, and then, of course, there's no toilet paper in the bathroom. You know what I'm talking about. Do you ever have days like that where it's like one thing leads in one direction, then another direction, and you can't seem to get anything accomplished? Whew, I'm tired just thinking about it. That is stalled productivity. So those are things that we can accomplish today and get rid of and move on to bigger and better things when we get the organization under control. Most of the time, I get the emergency organizing calls because we don't realize when we start to organize something, it usually makes a bigger mess before it gets better. So people pull everything out of the room, which is good. That's what you're supposed to do. Out with everything. But then they don't know what to do with it. When really it's quite simple. Everything that's similar goes together. Right? If you're doing your kitchen, all your pots and pans together, all your food together, all your knives together. You don't need a garden hose in there, right? Days of the waterbed, gone. So, what goes in there, be purposeful about what you place in there. Everything in your home needs to have a home. And think about that before you buy things. Okay, we're going to start by organizing space. Any space. Now, I have created a junk drawer. Oh, isn't that nice? Doesn't that just get your blood pressure going? It's like silently screaming at you, isn't it? Ew. Anyway, so if this is your car, this is your office, this is your entire home, it doesn't matter, but we're using this to exhibit one room. But right now, it's a junk drawer, because it is. You have got to take everything out. Kind of freaks people out, but you've got to physically touch everything in this mess. You have got to do it, and you've got to do it on purpose. That's why it always helps to have a buddy. I think that's why we professional organizers get calls. It's too hard to do alone. You need to be motivated. Yeah. Okay. So, just very quickly, out with what doesn't go there, right? So as we're pulling everything out of the room, we're going to determine, is it something I want to keep? If so, does it go in this room? Or in this case, in this junk drawer, right? We have to ask ourselves that purposefully and have garbage bags, garbage can, or whatever. But in my case, we have a burn barrel for papers, so I don't have to shred anything. So as you see me drop things into the garbage can, know that if you have regular trash pickup, you'll want to shred anything with your name and your social security number and secretive information. So shred that before it goes in here. I, however, just light a match. Okay, so as we go through, we just dive in. First off, Kmart receipt. It is so faded, I can't even read it. So it is going to do me absolutely no good. Gone. Same with the, what's with this? We all have a junk drawer, right? Mine doesn't normally look like this. Actually, I use this when I do workshops. I create it. But what is with the paper? All right, this is just garbage. Nothing good. So touch it. No, you don't need it. Get rid of it. All right. Some kind of Anole food. We haven't had one of those in quite a while. So I'm going to say if you have bird food, dog food, Anole food, fish food, and you don't have those animals anymore, you don't really need to keep their food. Pens. If they work, you need them. But if they don't, forget them. So grab a scrap piece of paper and see if they work before you decide to keep them. Works. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to use this piece of paper and test others. Garbage. Okay, a watch that doesn't work. Now I have to ask myself, and quickly, is it worthy of me getting a new battery for it? No, I don't pay much for my watches. I'd rather have a bunch of new ones than buy one expensive one. So in my case, this is garbage. Ooh, cool. I must have picked it up at one of those job fairs or one of those caregiver fairs, actually, is what it was. And it's one of those grippers. Well, I don't need that in my junk drawer, and I certainly don't need it in the wrapping. So I'm going to take it out of the wrapping, and I'm going to put it over in a pile for kitchen things. This is where I would use something like this. So now I'm going to have a pile for kitchen things. And this, of course, see ya later. Ooh, calculator. I would want that in my junk drawer because that's where I have my pens and my paper and in my office, things that I need near the phone. So if it works, I keep it. If it doesn't, it's garbage. It does, and I do want to keep it. So I'm going to have all my office-y kind of stuff in a pile right here. So my office-y kind of stuff there, pens there, garbage there. Oh, garbage, garbage, garbage. Ugh. Crayons. I don't really like crayons in here, and it's a personal decision when you do your room what you do or do not want in there. I don't want crayons in here, so I'm going to put this over here, and I'm going to start a kid pile right there. Pen. Works. Woo! Keeping it. Eraser. Don't we always need an eraser? I always say to use a pencil, but you know what? It's like a pen if you don't have an eraser. So there you go. Screwdriver. Oh! Well, I was looking for the screwdriver, so I'm going to have tools like right here. Ooh, more pens. Work. Work. Does not work. Garbage. Chapstick. Hey, decent, looks brand new. So I'm going to have like bathroomy kind of stuff in a little area too. Right there. And if this is any other room, it's the same thing. Remember, it all comes out as you're pulling it out. Where does it go if I'm going to keep it? And if I'm not, is it going to a pile where I give it away or I'm going to have a yard sale? Or does it go right here? Hair clip. Kind of a bathroomy thing, so I'm going to set that over here. These are some little glue, glimmer sticks, something, don't know. Garbage. Hey, there's a candy cane from, ooh, may not even be from last year, so I'm not going to risk that. Pens, test them. It is worth it testing every single one of them. Works. Crayon, crayon. Fingernail clippers. All right. Bathroomy stuff right there. Pipe cleaner. Kids crafty kind of things over here. Well, hey, here's a little planner from 2008. So, I know, nice leather bound, isn't it beautiful? You just want to keep it. Throw it away! All right, Capital One. We can make things easier. Yeah, so can I. There we go. Garbage, garbage. Popsicle stick. I know the kids have little word on it. You know what? Don't throw anything out of somebody else's. Ask them. My mother died when she was 82 and still talked about the time that when she went on one of her garden club outings and was gone for several days, my father cleaned her closet out. And that was 40 years ago. Yeah, don't do that to somebody else. That was their decision. All right, this is the kids. Something the kids have, I'm going to let them make that decision. However, when it comes to a Q-tip, I don't know if it's been used or not, so no other decision than that one. All right, let's see. Works. Doesn't work. Another glue thing. Batteries. Oh, batteries. Too. All right. Batteries. Do we run around the house tearing everything up looking for batteries? Wow, I hate that feeling. So here's the deal with that. All similar things together. If you kept batteries in one spot, every time you bought batteries, you put them in that designated area, then when you needed a battery, you would go to that area, see if you have it, and grab it and use it. If it's not in the designated area, you don't have any batteries and you don't need to go tearing everything up. So that's the cool thing about batteries and everything else. All similar things in one spot. More paper. Looks like it's been used. Garbage. Well, this is good paper to have like with your pens and papers. Glue. Glue stick. Kind of office-y. So in my case, I'm going to put that over here with the office-y stuff. Pencil does work. Pen does work. Not work. Not work. Sharpie. Ooh, don't we love Sharpies? Especially when they work. Ooh, here's a pin from National Association of Professional Organizers. What's that doing in the junk drawer? I'm going to put that over here because I'm going to go put that in my bedroom. And here's a little receipt from 2000. I'll not get in there. All right. Works. It's a keeper. Another hairband. Bathroomy. Garbage. Ooh, nail polish. If it is still liquid and still works, then we keep it in the bathroomy stuff. Same with the safety pin. Now, hey, a pen that works. So here we have an empty room, empty car, empty office, empty whatever, and we're ready to fill it with what is purposeful to go in there. How cool is that? We have everything in our categories. Now is when we step back and go, hey, all right, I see these different categories that I have, and I have to think, what is feasible for me? What makes sense to me to put into my junk drawer? And how am I going to do that? Well, with a junk drawer, it's not real expensive. I love these little kitchen and knife organizers, little utensil organizers, and you can put that in a junk drawer. That's perfect. So I'm going to take all my pens. You can keep your pens and pencils together. It's up to you. Again, it's a personal choice. I'm going to put all my pens here, and I'll put all my pencils in another little area with the eraser. And then my officey stuff, I do want to keep some here. So I'm going to have it in this little section right here. My batteries here. My officey kind of stuff right here. This is garbage now that my pen's over. And the calculator in here with it. The screwdriver, you're always in need of something in the kitchen, so I like that here in my junk drawer. And the kids, I'm going to ask them about their stuff, and they're going to either find a place for it or it's out of here. And then the bathroomy stuff. Some of it I'm going to take to the bathroom right now. Actually, pretty much all of it. I don't really want any of it in here. So, there you have it. I even have extra space. Check this out. Now, I can find everything I need. How long did that take us? A few minutes. I mean, come on. Okay, now let's focus on your kitchen. This is your kitchen. All these different colors of pieces of paper represent something. In your kitchen, you've got your pots and pans, you've got your food, you've got your silverware, you've got your cookbooks and your paperwork. So anything you have in there has to be strategically placed. If you hate that corner round Susan, don't put stuff in there that you're going to get out every day. Put things that you very rarely use in there. But the same, again, as with that junk drawer. Out. Everything has got to come out. So as we're in your kitchen, because we do this together, we just start pulling everything out of the drawers. All right, here's a lid. Here's a pan lid. I'm going to put all the lids in the dining room right here. Cookbook. Oh, cookbooks and paper. Every time I come out of the room and put something, I'm going to put it over here. Do you want it? Do you not want it? If you want to keep it, as we pull it out, where are you going to put it? Another lid. Oh, here's some pans. I'm going to put them over here. More lids. Let's see, it's a mess here. More cookbooks and paperwork. All of these we're going to put in one pile over here. And it's just the same. You go in and take it out. Everything has to go in a category. All similar things together. So as we get out, all the paper and cookbooks, all the food goes in one pile, all the food here, all the food here, all the food here, all the pans and all the lids. Now, we've got way more lids than we do pans, so what do? Get rid of them. We don't need to keep them. So we decide what we're going to keep and not. Maybe half of these don't even go here. Maybe half of this. And these cookbooks, do you really use them? Are they worthy of the real estate space that you're giving them? I mean, think about it. So once we have down exactly what we want to go back in and get rid of the rest, now we can step back and go, hey, I would prefer to have my pans closer to my stove or my oven. Now you can decide where better to place your cups or your food, because sometimes when we move in, we're so excited, we just put stuff away and we don't think about it. So we organize a room, we're very specific and purposeful about it. So that's how you do. Remember, out. Out with what doesn't go, in with what does, and a plan to maintain. And here's the plan. Careful. Don't want you to miss this. When you take something out, you put it back. That's the plan. The plan is put it where it goes. Because when you come in and you aren't sure where to put something down, you want to find the best spot for it, but you're not sure where and you don't have the time right now, so you just set it right here. And of course, we know what happens then, right? Now, I do have people tell me that piles work for them. However, here's a situation that I have seen over and over. If it's not on the top of the stack, then you have to kind of cut the deck. And if it's not on top of either of these, then you kind of have to cut it again. Now we're looking at 3 piles. If it's not on top, we keep cutting it, cutting it, cutting it. When we finally find it and we just put the paper all back together, it's not even in the same order. So if there was some kind of semblance in there, it's now gone. Piles don't work. And we're going to discuss paper right now. How about paper and mail? That is one of the most frustrating things to me. Wow. Let's do it. All right. Now we're going to do paper. And I do paper and time in the same so that you can see. Quite frankly, you are today the sum result of how you've spent your time in the past. Period. You are how you spend your time. And paper is a huge time waster. It says in 1 Peter 5:8, be self-controlled and alert. And then it tells us why. Your enemy, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion looking for someone to devour. He preys on the weak, he preys on the frustrated, and he preys on the stressed. And so we're going to conquer some of that paper today. But remember, be self-controlled and alert. So get some tools. It is not very expensive for organizing. You do, however, need a filing cabinet. I, again, use these as props when I do a workshop. And this represents a filing cabinet. You absolutely positively need one. This is the only way, up and down, that you can keep paper. And then you have got to have a bill station. I call it a bill box, okay? And it's got, you know, paper clips, actually everything that you need to pay bills. I now pay my bills online, but it still comes in handy because some of them I don't. When you get a bill floating in that's once or twice a year. And in your station or your box, you will need stamps, return address labels, of course your bills will go there, tape, a calculator, recent reconciliation statements, envelopes, pens, pencils, erasers, old check registers until they clear, scissors, all of that stuff is in here. If I had to, I could grab my box and pay my bills in the car, right? So everything in one spot. Remember, all similar things together. So you are going to need some kind of filing system. You're going to need a bill area, a bill station, a bill box, something with it all together. And then, here's the biggie. Wow. You're going to need a planner. I know this may not be the most popular thing because it's physically something to carry and everyone likes those cute little iPods or whatever they are. However, some people are like me and you drop things and they break or you forget them or the battery goes dead. And again, I want to get to what I want to get to right now. So this is my trusted source. Quite frankly, I think one time in about 22 years have I ever left my planner somewhere because that's how important it is to me. Now, I use the 8.5 by 11 because that is the world that we live in. Important paper comes in 8.5 by 11, right? My husband uses the short version, you know, about this size, has a little planner all cute and everything. However, when you get an important piece of paper, it almost always comes this size. So in order for me to fit it in here, if I need to work on it, I have to fold it and I have to stick it in here somewhere, which is fine for right now. However, I take my planner everywhere I go, and when I'm driving, I set it on the passenger seat. Sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes when I brake, woo, it flies off and it goes on the floor. And if you have the little one like this without the stuff secured in there, it falls all over the place. Ooh, so it kind of defeats my purpose. So with this, you'll see I just 3-hole punch stuff that I need and I'm working on, and I keep it in here. But the main parts of this would be, well, I keep paper clips and all that with me because you just never know when you're going to need one of those. These little handouts, I love to just put a 5 or a 10 and hand these out to somebody as some little Christian tracts. I've got information I need to carry with me. My homeowner's insurance policy switched and they don't have my jewelry on there. So I have in here, because I carry my planner with me, all my jewelry information for when I go to get a new appraisal for my new insurance. I keep that with me in here. I have some maps, you know, for the area, things that I may want to go to, and I carry that here. I carry my credit cards that I'm going to use, my debit card, or breath mints, or money, or the library card. I keep that in here. And then we go to, very important, your monthly tabs. Your monthly tabs, this isn't your to-do list. This isn't where you write down everything that you have to do for the day. These are for appointments only. And I mean appointments with yourself or other people. It is imperative that you take time every week to focus with yourself. So again, the monthly pages you have to have, they're for appointments. We got somebody coming to tint the windows. He's in here. If I have a doctor or a dentist appointment, it's in here. If I have somebody helping to take care of grandma coming, it's in here. If I have to pick the kids up from school, it's in here. Appointments with myself, conference call, coaching, professional and personal, it's all in here. And appointments only. Don't inundate this. And always use pencil. Use pencil. You'll be sorry if you don't. And then your daily pages. See, your daily pages are your activities. This is your to-do list. Everything you want to accomplish, you just write it down in here. And here's the cool part. I don't need to stress out about stuff that I have to do in the future because it's written down. When I have a project or coaching or an appointment or anything I have to do, I write it down. If I want to cancel something before the 30 days are up, I flip over and I write it in there. Everything is written in here. I've got problems with my bank and they haven't called me back in a couple of days. Don't think I didn't turn it over and write call you know who tomorrow. They're not getting off the hook. You can't forget about me because I don't forget about you. If you ever get to the mailbox and you get this, this is an all mail. This is various paper because I want to show you the different ways to handle different kinds of paper. But a lot of this does come from the mail, doesn't it? And we're going to show you how to deal with that. So, here we go. Stack. Pick up a stack of paper. Have your tools with you, and this is what you do. All right. First piece of paper is that prescription for my son. So, what I would do is, I'm going to deal with this today. 3-hole punch it and put it in here for today. And then, when I'm done and I ordered the glasses, I would file it under, I have a medical, and you can file, it's all very personal, but I have a big medical file, like a hanging folder, and then within it, individual folders, and I would have optical. All right, dear parents, something from the school. Is this something as I read that I need to pay attention to? Yes, they're having certain assessments on days, and they want us to make sure that they're rested, they have, you know, a good breakfast and all that good stuff. And we usually do, but sometimes the mornings are pretty hectic, so I want to be reminded the day before. So I will see what day that is, and I will go back to the day before, flip it over, I would 3-hole punch it, and put it in there. And that's where I would keep it. However, it's already done. So. Ooh, magazines. If you read it, you want to keep it. If it's one of those magazines that you get and you don't read, pitch it. But this is Light and Life. I love this magazine. However, I really don't get a lot of time at home to read. In fact, I do more reading in my car. So guess where I'm going to put this? In my car. Because when I'm waiting for the kids or I'm at a doctor's office or dentist office, I do not want to read their old expired magazines. I want mine that I paid for. So I put that in a pile for things to take out to my car. These are, ooh, we need our garbage can. Or in my case, the burn barrel. All right, it's a recipe, peppercorn roast, please. I can barely make tuna helper. All right, let's see, important vehicle notice. I don't even have that car anymore. Let's quickly get rid of the paper. When you bring it in from the mailbox, make decisions and let's move on it. All right, AT&T, what is this? Doesn't look like a bill. No, it's not, and it's garbage. Traveling magazine. Yeah, like I really get to do that with kids, grandkids, and Alzheimer's Grammy. So, Dish Network. No! Get rid of it. Don't keep it. No. Change service requested. Yeah, I've got a service change request. Don't send it to me. Let's see, this is guaranteed acceptance. Health insurance I was thinking about for Grammy. So I am going to, guess what? Yeah, 3-hole punch it and stick it in my planner on the day that I plan on dealing with that, which is going to be later today. Garbage, garbage, garbage. Hey, look, I've got a coupon and everything for this particular store. Now I had to think, is there anything that I need? Should I go shopping? And it depends. If the answer is yes, then I would cut the coupon out and I would stick it in my planner and I would mark a day when I plan on going to the store so I can make sure that I use my gift certificate. However, I'm more purposeful and I don't really need anything, so I'm not going to put myself in the situation of wanting to spend what I don't need to. AT&T. We've been a great AT&T customer. We deserve something special from you. Okay. Nope, 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 nope. Now offering 0%. I already have 0%, and I'm trying to pay them off. However, if it's something that you want, stick it in your planner and deal with it. Let's see. Nope, nope, nope. All right, when you get a legitimate bill, because so much of the stuff that comes into our home is garbage. It shouldn't even come through the door. Let's see, this is a credit card bill. What I would do is look at it, take the envelope. If I pay online, I don't need the return envelope. But if I don't, I do. If I don't need it, I'm going to take off the part that I send in. I'm going to stick it into the envelope like this. And then I'm going to put it in my bill box. I pay my bills on the 1st and the 15th. So depending on the date and when I plan on paying this is where I'm going to stick that bill. Right there. And then the rest of that little insert stuff, garbage, 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 garbage. Hey, 50% off. Oh, it's over. Garbage. Garbage, garbage, garbage. All right, here's a flyer that I got from a seminar that I attended. I thought it was really cool. And it was pretty encouraging and motivating. What do you do with that stuff? What do you do with that stuff? You file it. I have an inspiration file that I keep that stuff. So when I need it, I know where to go. Yeah. Ooh. Second notice, second notice, second notice. Oh, don't you hate when you get things like this in the mail? A disconnection notice from AT&T. I pay my bills. I don't know what the deal is. There's a problem here and I need to straighten it out. So when you get something like this, what do? Do you drop everything and go and do it? If you do, you're not in control. You need to control your time and be purposeful. So I'm going to determine when I'm going to deal with this. As soon as I'm done with this taping today, this afternoon, when I approach to do all this other stuff, oh, AT&T is getting a phone call. Now, these magazines, I didn't really 3-hole punch them. I just pretended, and I'm paying for it now. Here we go. Now, these magazines, if you want to look through them, then keep them in one spot. Again, my spot is the car. These other ones, don't need. And guess what? My pile's all gone. Everything is in a home, right? It's either in the garbage, in a file, with the bills to be paid, or it's in my planner to be dealt with, right? But there's nothing loose out there. It is very, very important for you because, wow, what a feeling to be organized and not have that stuff screaming at you. We all know that it does. In the same way that we organize any of this stuff is how you organize your mind. It's sowing and reaping. When you put stuff where it goes, you're planting a seed of organization. When you put your car keys just anywhere, you are planting a harvest of frustration. Guarantee that it's coming, and you know it. So sowing and reaping. When we look at Genesis 8:22, it tells us how to organize our space, our home, our head. And I want to talk about head right now, your thoughts. Because everything that we think and we say and we do is a seed. And we plant it in ourselves or we plant it in other people. Guaranteed for a harvest. And remember, you get exactly what you plant, you get it later, and you get more of it. So let's remember that. And what we do when we're organizing our mind is out with what doesn't go and in with what does, and a plan to maintain. What are the bad seeds that you have in here? Well, if you're a frequent TV watcher, I assure you that you're going to have self-doubts, self-pity. You're going to think you're too something. When the Lord, your God, here's a good seed that you plant, says, you are clothed in strength and dignity. You laugh at the days to come because you're a princess. You are made in the image of the one who created the stars and put them in their place and knows every hair on your head. That's the confidence. My confidence comes from who He says I am, who my Maker says I am, not someone else who has an opinion or a hypothesis. It doesn't really matter to me. It probably doesn't care about me anyway. So, no matter what you want to organize, remember, purposeful placement. Okay? It is out. Out with what doesn't go there. Out, out, out. I don't care where that thing is that you don't need, whether it's in your kitchen, in your car, in your bedroom, in your heart, whether it's anger or bitterness or unforgiveness, out with what doesn't go there. Out with doubts about yourself, out with depression, out with those thoughts that keep you down, out with what doesn't go there, anywhere in your life, out with what doesn't go there, and in with what does. But you've got to have the good seeds to plant. If you need more information on Christian coaching, which is actually, to me, I call it just more of a cheerleader and a motivator and encourager for you, because the Holy Spirit really is your mentor and your guide, but we just need encouragement sometimes. I know that I do, and I appreciate that. So that's it. It is just out with what doesn't go there, whether it's in your car, your kitchen, or your office, your head, or your heart. Sometimes it's bitterness, unforgiveness, anger. That too needs to be organized. Out. Out with what doesn't go, in with what does, and a plan to maintain. If you need any help, I'm here. That's what I do. I'm to be a shining light by serving you. Thank you. Have an awesome day. And remember, less mess, less stress. God bless.